other machine is connected to some other machine, and this is how the internet has spread. And this is the evolution of internet, where you have seen that there are so many pieces are connected across different geographic locations in the world, and that's how the internet is being evolved. And now, since 5 years, again according to the father of internet, there are two guys actually. What he said, the time when he evolved the internet, and he is considered as the father of internet, he said that the challenge of today is about how one network, tell me what is network? Network feeds to have, sure. Third year. I studied in third year networks and fields. So one network with a bunch of machines which are connected to each other, where the sharing of resources is happening within the network, and how that network can be connected at a public place to the other network. And this is how the cloud is being emerged. Cloud computing. And my company name is Sky Computing. When the cloud computing concept it emerged and it became very much commercial, more than 5 years before, 7 years. And I was reading cloud computing, really? Is it cloud? Then I started reading about the cloud as a student from the basics with variable definitions. Even today, as of today, with no proper specific definition which is globally accepted for the cloud. Although there is a lot of work is being done and there is a lot of clarity there, and according to the US, what is the National Institute or something, right? Which is the institute which their definition is considered more acceptable. So privacy was a concern and is a concern and it remains a concern. But you as a useful and skillful and a valuable resources, you have to see when you work in an organization how you can minimize those risks, privacy issues in a way that business can be conducted in a trustworthy manner. A platform which provides a computational environment where your complete IT ecosystem can collaborate, can work, and can integrate. So, the story of the Sky Computing. So, I studied it, and I was like confused. When I was reading about the IBM and the Google and the Amazon, everybody having their own phrases, and everybody is providing their roadmap to the cloud. Then, once I felt like I become a little bit expert, maybe a subject matter expert on this particular technology, I started working on a framework, developing a framework, which is called Ninja framework. So where I said all these clouds, they are part of the sky, and we have to have a universal platform with a standardization on the protocols, standardization of the technologies, where regardless of the platform you use for developing your app, it should be understood by the other cloud service provider. These are the digital data privacy issues. You can read, or maybe this is the only slide I can share. If you send me an email. And with regards to the big data functional layer, the big data, when we talk about, we are talking about storage side, how the data can be stored from heterogeneous systems, and in a way that the data can be homogenized, so that it can be in a way all the data sets can become more visible, so that your outputs can be derived in a relevant manner. where you can write those big queries, like Google it provides, where you can write your query with this SQL statement, so that the data can be accessed more faster without having those timeouts from your application, from your database, from your web applications. And I told in my previous slide that machine learning. Because that data has to become machine learnable data, where the machine can give you different analytics, predictive analytics, prescriptive analytics. So we are talking about collecting, capturing the data, organizing. You are organizing the data which is coming from the exogenous platforms, and you have to visualize dicing and slicing. We dice and we slice. This is the Gartner research I want to share. When you talk about the big data and you want to become a big data analyst or a consultant in the future, what industries you need to target? If you see, it's very hard. These are the industries which requires big data very much. So this is where the volume of the data, there is a lot of data is coming in the banking industry. And also availability of that data in a shortest possible time, it is very much important for the banking sector. And this is one of the slides you have to go for the other. And there are a lot of companies who is giving data as a service. You might be knowing platform as a service, infrastructure as a service, software as a service. And there's something called SaaS, anything as a service, where I'm targeting about data as a service. Most of the time, when we talk about enterprise data warehouse, this is the data where in the corporate sector, which used to be considered as useful data. But now the public data, which is a government data or a data which is relevant to your traffic, as an example. When we are going to the high-tech city, there is a Wednesday off, right? There is some initiative has been done on the Wednesday, where you should not drive the car as a courtesy. But if that data becomes available in a way that your app, or if you are working for a retail sector or for an FMCG sector, where routing, where your goods are being delivered across the different, as part of your supply chain, where considering the traffic data is one of the fundamental things in your business. I would like to conclude here itself because there are other slides, but I want to give an opportunity for you to ask if you have any question or something which you just listened, you may not have understood. You can ask me right now, or my email address is there. You can always ask me through my email. There are other slides which are little technical and it requires more, in-depth knowledge. I just want you to have a look, and this is where I would like to conclude. Thanks a lot for being a good audience. There might be some questions, a couple of questions.